Hey trail travelers, this is Carrie, and today we're going camping, and while we're out, we're gonna try some of these Mountain House freeze-dried meals. So, do we like them? Are they okay? Well, let's find out. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Now, my experience camping lately, prior to just the last probably couple weeks, has been kind of non-existent for many years. I used to go out, we'd take big coolers, they'd be full of meats, and we'd go fishing, and if we caught something, we'd eat fish, and it was not an uncomfortable situation when we always had steaks and burgers and hot dogs and things to cook up. But this trip and some that I have planned, I just don't want to carry so much stuff and have to worry about refrigeration or freezing and things like that while I'm on the road. I just don't want to invest in an expensive Dometic or ARB fridge right now. I want to be able to go, be as light as possible, as compact as possible, and yet still enjoy a decent meal. So, what did I find out? Well, these Mountain House meals are supposed to be pretty darn good. Now, I first heard about them from Kevin and Brittany over at Light Bright, and they were telling me about them, and they rave about how good they are. They just have nothing but fantastic things to say about them. Those two are on the road every single day, all year round, and they pretty much live on Mountain House meals. And a couple weeks ago, did some camping, and I tried the breakfast skillet, which is shredded potatoes, scrambled eggs mixed with pork sausage, peppers, and onions. Yeah, that was really good. So I decided to buy a selection of them, and we're gonna try them out this weekend and see how they are. Now I've got a decent selection here. Now the cool thing about these is you can get them on Amazon, and I ordered some of them on Amazon, and some of them I just bought at my local Walmart. So most Walmarts are going to carry them. They range typically between $8 and $9 a bag, and they are 2 servings. I'm looking at the packages. They are considered 2 serving packages. Now, if you're a big guy and you're hungry, one is going to do you really good. But average person, average build, they're supposed to be for 2 people. And if you're adding something like bread or anything else, then it's easily going to take 2 people. And a single serving, looking at most of these, is between 220 and 280 calories. So even if you ate an entire lasagna with meat sauce, it's only 440 calories. So they're not really bad for you. They're not junk food. They're actually pretty darn good. So what do we have for this trip? Well, I got the breakfast skillet because I really liked it. In fact, I got a couple of them. We've got biscuits and gravy. We'll see how that one is. Sounds pretty good. And typically the colors on them, the yellows tend to be for breakfasts, and the oranges are for lunches or dinners. So for breakfast, I've got breakfast skillet, biscuits and gravy. Yeah, so I've got a selection of those 2. For meals, I've got beef stroganoff with noodles in savory cream sauce with mushrooms and onions, lasagna with meat sauce with a cheesy Italian-style tomato sauce and beef, and chicken and dumplings, one of my favorite meals, with vegetables. So I'm just gonna kind of read off the instructions here. Open package at tear notch. Carefully add 1 1/3 cup of boiling water. Stir carefully, close zipper, wait 5 minutes, stir again and reseal. Let stand an additional 4 minutes, stir and enjoy right out of the pouch. So you can eat them right out of the pouch, although I've got some bowls and spoons and stuff just to make it a little cleaner, but maybe we'll just chow right out of the bags. Now, the instructions are typically the same. This one is 1 3 cups water. This is 1 1/4 cups water. This one is 1 1/2. This one is 1 2/3. So they're very similar, and the instructions are all pretty much the same. Add water, wait 5 minutes, reseal 4 minutes. 5 minutes, reseal 4 minutes. 5 minutes, reseal 4 minutes. So the instructions are all pretty much the same across the board for these. Now, how long do these last? This may surprise you. So I just bought them today. This is the beginning of September of 2020. So for those of you far out in the future, you'll be impressed with this. I'm just double checking to see if they're all about the same. And yep, they are all between July and August of 2050. These are good for the next 30 years. So, yeah, so now Mountain House not just is really for adventurers, for backpackers, for campers and stuff. A lot of preppers get these because you can stock up on them and you can buy them in big tubs with like 50 meals and things, and you can store them for 30 years. You know, if these are sitting here in 30 years, I haven't done enough camping for one, but you know, it's just good to know that they're not going to go bad. If I don't use them this year, I can use them next year. It's just not that big of a deal to keep them stored. Now, I did buy this little container at Walmart for a few bucks, and I'm going to keep them all in here, just mostly just to keep more dust and stuff off of them while we're off-roading. And if I have to take them out and leave them outside overnight or something, you know, I don't want little critters getting into it. So I'm taking just a little bit more than we need for this particular trip, just to be on the safe side, because you never know. And yeah, I think this will work out great. So we're getting ready to head out and go do some camping and hit some trails this weekend. It is Labor Day weekend, so we are going to get out of town. And we're going to try some of these, and you'll get our reactions as we try them and see what we think. So stay right there. We're heading to the campsite. All right, so we're eating the beef stroganoff tonight with the Mountain House meals, and it's actually surprisingly good.
Absolutely.
You like it?
Yeah.
Now, little Debbie Downer over here had her doubts about it. You know, she was like, I don't know. And so what do you think?
I can admit it's very good.
Yep, it's actually pretty tasty. 5 minutes, you put boiled water in the pan or in the bowl or bag, I guess, for 5 minutes. Stir it real quick, zip it up, leave it for 4 more minutes, so it's 5 minutes the first time, 4 minutes the second time. Turns out really, really good. So next one in the morning, we'll try something for breakfast. Okay, so tonight we have the lasagna with meat sauce. Again, super easy preparation. 12 fluid ounces or about 1.5 cups of boiling water. Dump it in here and stir it up. Wait 5 minutes. Stir it up. Wait 4 minutes, and it's ready to serve. And this is the final outcome. So, looks good, and from my perspective, tastes pretty good. But what do you have to say?
Me so what?
What do you think? Is it good?
Not trusty. Oh, it's good. It's good.
Is it kind of good, or really good, or super good?
It's acceptable.
It's acceptable. I mean, for camping food,
For camping food, it's perfect.
It's absolutely good, right? Is it restaurant quality food? No, not really.
It tastes good, but consistency is not.
Yeah. So it's, you know, when you think lasagna, you think big flat sheets, you know, and this is more like finely cut up, I would say. But the taste is really good. For, like she said, for camp food, it's absolutely excellent. And paired with a nice red wine from nakedwines.com, and if you'd like a discount code, let me know. But yeah, I bought these myself. Half of them came from Walmart, half of them from Amazon, about $9 a piece. There'll be links in the description. And tomorrow morning for breakfast, we're going to try the biscuits and gravy. See how that one turns out. All right. Well, it is day 2, I guess. And we're going to try the biscuits and gravy from Mountain House. It cooks exactly the same as the others. 5 minutes in the bag, stir, 4 minutes in the bag. It turns out looking like this, which initially doesn't look overly appetizing. So, biscuits and gravy, what's the description? Buttermilk biscuits with gravy and pork sausage. Made with real buttermilk biscuit pieces and real pork sausage in a perfectly peppered gravy. This is the perfect way to fuel up the start of a day full of adventure. Let's see how our day is going to go. Maybe it seemed like this one didn't rehydrate completely. I have to follow the instructions perfectly, but anyway, I just need to stir it up a little bit. But taste-wise, if you kind of envision what you would think biscuits and gravy taste like, it's exactly what it tastes like. It's good. So I really have no complaints at all about the Mountain House food for camping, backpacking. I think this is ideal. So if you want to try, doing some camping in your Jeep and you want something that's going to be super easy, all you have to do is have a means of boiling water. And I have my almost probably 30-year-old Coleman stove, and I just put a small pot on there to boil water. Only takes a few minutes. Pour it in the bag. 5 minutes later, stir it up. 4 minutes later, you're ready to eat. And that's pretty good. They say it's perfectly peppered. I think you could use a little bit more pepper. But overall, my impressions of the Mountain House, altogether, we've tried 2 entrees and 2 breakfasts. I think other than spending the time and cooking your own sausage and maybe pancakes or, eggs and everything from scratch on a stove, having to deal with all those dishes and everything, I mean, this is certainly the next best thing. It's really hard to beat the Mountain House food. It's tasty, the texture's good, it's really filling, it's not mega high on calories. This one is 280 calories per serving, and there's 2 servings in a bag. I'm going to highly recommend it. And Mountain House, if you ever see this and you want some more reviews, send them my way. I'll be happy to try them out on the trail. So this has been Kerry with Trail Traveler. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, try some Mountain House food. It's pretty good. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.